Amanda. Stretch. I'm feeling kind of lazy today. So I was trying to think, and I dug into my little personal development stash, and I was checking in with myself kind of a little bit about everything I have going on and my excuses and why I haven't been getting my runs in. So if you want to know how I'm doing on that, let me tell you. Portland Marathon, October 9th, less than a month away, like way less than a month away. About 3 weeks left of training, right? And I had like a 9 to 10 week period in which I was going to train for that. And I was already modifying a 12-week marathon training plan. Yeah, that's not going so good. So I posted a video way back, and I was running on the treadmill, and I was doing such a great job, right? Good morning, Casey. Good morning, Candy. And I was doing such a great job with my motivation. I'm ready. I'm going to crush this goal. I'm going to run this half marathon. I'm going to just rock it. And I hate running and I hate cardio, and I'm going to use this goal to conquer that fear, right? Or that belief I have that I can't run, or that I this or that. So that was my mental plan, right? And then life happened. I love little thumbs ups and hearts. Thank you, guys. Then life happened, and I'm not really sure how it happened the way it happened, but it happened. So what that means is, okay, the kids went to the lake, and I worked a lot of overtime, and I'm working a lot now. I'm on like day 9 or 10 of a 16-day stretch at the hospital. So I'm working straight through my days off last Sunday, Monday, and straight through my days off this coming Sunday, Monday, and I won't have a day off again until like next Thursday. So that's a long time. I don't even want to count them, because I might implode. But I'm like sitting there thinking like, okay, so I'm busy, right? I mean, the kids went back to school. And we all know that that means adjusting and new schedules and new teachers and open houses and getting into fall sports and all this stuff that happens in our life. And we get so busy. And I don't think being busy is an illegitimate excuse, right? Because I know that I am really freaking busy. I also help around the house, not very well lately. I should take you on a tour because it's a hot mess in there. I have a friend coming over in like an hour, and she'll get to see it live. Look forward to seeing you, Melissa. And anyway, so it's not very clean. It's cluttered. I'm getting ready to do this yard sale, right, all summer. So I have stuff, piles of stuff we're getting rid of. Well, summer's gone, and there was no yard sale, and there's still piles of stuff. So now I've slowly started taking it out to the trunk. Then I'll just take it to Goodwill, right? That's the yard sale point. Was Olivia wanted to have a yard sale, so. So then I started, why have I done, how many runs have I done since that running video I posted? How many? 2. 2 runs. It's really disappointing. I'm really disappointed in myself. And then I started thinking, wow, that's awesome. Look he made an awesome Daniel Tiger picture. You did so good.
That is silly.
That is silly. Look at all those mommies. Can you go back inside? You have no shoes. It's cold out. Go back inside and close the door so no bugs in. Okay, so there's all these excuses, right? Or reasons. I guess we want to call them reasons, because then we feel like they're more legit, right? So why haven't I gotten more training in than what I've done? And here's the test of how you know if something is an excuse or if it's an invalid excuse. Close the door, please. Thank you, handsome. He's so cute. Okay, here's how you know. Look around. Look through history. Look all over. Reading books, famous people you know. Look around at everyone else. And normally I say comparison is the thief of joy, and but that's talking about other things. This is talking about excuses. Look around and see if there's any one person who has ever had the same excuse that you do and been successful. Isn't that kind of mind-blowing? Because if you are being honest with yourself, which I'm trying to do with myself right now, Of course there are other busy people who have run marathons. Surgeons run marathons that work like crazy hours at the hospital. People with no legs run marathons. It's insane that I can't get it together to run. I know I'm tired. I know I have kids. I know I'm busy. There's all these things, right? But all you have to do is take a look around you and see if one person has the same set of obstacles you have in any way, and have they also crushed it, right? Good morning, Karina. Good morning, Jeff. So that's how you tell if your excuse is just an excuse or if it's bullshit, frankly. Excuse my mouth. So I know there's other busy people who have accomplished the same goal that I'm working towards. And I know maybe they have different sets of circumstances. Maybe they are a better runner with a better foundation than I am. And so training for a marathon isn't as big of an obstacle for them. Well, you know, that's kind of BS, because there's plenty of people who don't have any running background who have made that happen. Okay? And I know that I'm a busy mom with 2 kids, and I run a full-time business coaching other people to get healthy, and that's a full-time job before I go to my full-time job, right? And I'm a wife, and I have a house to clean, and I have all this other stuff. Well, there are lots of people with those same set of excuses, and you could pile 10 or 15 or 20 more reasons why they shouldn't be successful on top of there. So if you really are honest with yourself and get to the root of what's holding you back, then you'll realize, hopefully, that you got to check yourself. And it's a reason, it's valid, and it's part of what your journey will be to overcome it, but it's just that, an excuse. Okay? So I'm calling myself out and saying I have no time is an excuse. I could be doing these runs when I get home. Well, the treadmill was in the garage, so I told Daryl I don't want to run in the cold garage, or so. And then I can't physically go run during the day because I have beast mode baby who is just out here, and what am I supposed to do? Take him with me? So then I find an alternate way, which is why I bought the treadmill. I'm like, let's get rid of that excuse and say I have to go out in the neighborhood and I don't have a babysitter and I have him full time. You have a wife? Haha, yeah, bro. Well, don't get me in trouble now. I have a very hard-working husband. Now I'm all blushing. But, it's just that. It's life. We have a lot going on. We all do. And especially with the kids and the sports and everything else this time of year. But if you put yourself and your own goals on the back seat, you end up being less fulfilled, right? And really, instead of looking at decreasing our goals. So one thing I did was I started going, okay, well, maybe I should back out of this marathon. Or maybe I keep the goal of the marathon, but I just admit that I don't have enough time to finish training, and I push back to another date, or I find a different marathon or whatnot ever and make this goal later. Or maybe I'll just switch and I'll find a 5K. Well, I know I can run a 5K. I mean, I'm not, ridiculously out of shape. So instead of adapting my goals and changing my goals, I need to increase my efforts, right? That's the thing. I think in companies, they do this to their detriment. They'll say, our goal is to have, for instance, in a hospital, you might have a certain rate of hospital-borne infections, right? And you'll say, well, we've had 20 patients this year get this infection, so we want to have nobody get this infection. And then the first time, they have one, they're like, okay, our new goal is to have 15 because that's less than last year. No, you don't adjust your goals. You increase your efforts to match the goal you want to do. So if everybody put in the amount of effort that it really took to get a goal accomplished, then we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place, right? So for me, with my running, that means that even though I have 3.5 weeks till this race, and even though I've completed 2 runs, I'm not giving up on the goal. I'm just going to focus in. I'm going to crack it out. I'm going to do my best. And if I have to walk and drag on my own knuckles across the finish line, I'm going to do it. So what's holding you back? That's what I want to know. I want you guys to let me know. I want you to share with me, message me, comment below this video. But what's holding you back? What's your biggest excuse that you use? I know, I'm totally guilty of using the time excuse because I love to tell people how busy I am. And if they ask, and I don't think I just run around saying it, but I think people know I'm a busy lady. And I don't quit. I don't quit. I don't stop until the minute I'm actually done, right? And being busy is great, and it means I know how to get things done, and I know how to stay motivated, and I'm not afraid of hard work. But it also means that if I'm thinking it that often, I'm putting that out there and like trying to legitimize it. So today's the end of that, at least until this race is over. I'm no longer talking about being busy, at least in my own head. I'm no longer going to say, well, you know what, I would have done this run today, but now I'm home from work and it's tired. If it hasn't been done that day, it's getting done before I go to bed. That's it, because I have a goal, and I'm not going to let my excuses get in the way. And like I said, if you do that simple test and check yourself and check those excuses, I think you'll realize that other people have crushed those same goals. And if you focus more on increasing your efforts to match your goal, then you will have immense success. So anytime I want to look at what goal I need to accomplish and how much effort it will take me to get there, instead of doing the bare minimum, I'm going to increase my efforts so that I exceed what it will take to hit that goal. Because 90% of the time, if you pick a goal and you think of what it's going to take to hit that goal, you're wrong. It probably takes twice that, 3 times that, 10 times that, right? And we don't want to talk about that. We want to think that everybody who's successful had it easy, and everybody who's accomplished something had something handed to them, and everybody who accomplished something amazing had an easier road than we did. We all do that. We say like, well, she lost weight, but you know, she never this. Or like, you know, somebody told me, I remember when I first started losing weight, I was in a, this is just an example, but when I first started losing weight, I was in a bet at work with people, like a health fitness challenge my work did. And they said, so I remember being so proud when I hit like 12 pounds. I was doing insanity. I was working out at home, and I was just busting it. Because we were broke and I wanted to earn that money, because I was depressed and I wanted to change that, because I had a strong why. So I was working really hard, and you know, I started this 4 weeks postpartum with Elijah, and I remember being so proud, and we did our first weigh-in check-in, right? And I was in the lead, and guess what my coworker said to me? Well, yeah, it's easy for you because you're breastfeeding and you just had a baby. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It's easy for me? I'm 250 pounds. What do you mean it's easy for me, first of all? Second of all, I breastfed Olivia till she was 15 months old, and it certainly didn't make me skinny. It is not a magical weight loss pill, or everyone would be walking around with people sucking on their boobies just to lose 5 pounds, okay? Like, I was so, like, look at me get fired up. It still hurts. It cut me, that comment. I'm like, I am up every morning before I come to this place to work for 12 hours, sweating and working hard. That's how I did this. So don't try and, you know, like, tell me that my crushing of my goal required less effort than it would for you to do it because your life is so much harder. That's not the case. Everybody has stuff. Andrea, good morning. Everybody has stuff, and everyone has excuses, or everyone has reasons and obstacles, and don't compare yourself to someone else's and then put yourself on a pedestal above them on why it's easier for them. I've had clients with special needs children who've crushed this. I have single moms and single dads with kids who work full time who crush their goals all the time in my groups, and they have all the excuses in the world. I, believe it or not, have met people busier than me, and they are crushing their goals. So saying that, you know, this person has it easier, this person has a better, you know, starting set of circumstances is BS. Jamie, thank you. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to read that and copy it and save it because you're giving me running tips. But anyway, I've just probably gone on a long enough tangent, but I just wanted to tell you that little tip on how you're going to figure out if your excuses or not. Hold them up to other people's, and, you know, just keep yourself accountable to you. Don't compare yourself to other people, and don't say, you know, this person's this good or that person's that good or anything else. That's 10 miles. Jamie, I love you. Thank you for the tips. I'm going to do it right after this. Right? Hold me to it, guys. I'll give you a nice sweaty picture to prove it. Maybe. Anyway, I will, because I said I will, so I will, and I know that about me. But just remember that you have legitimate obstacles. I get it. But that doesn't mean that you put yourself on the back burner, and it doesn't mean that you don't go for your goals, and it doesn't mean that you need to hate on someone else for accomplishing theirs or lessen their victories in any way. Build each other up, and in turn you will build yourself up. When you become somebody that will say something good to someone else, that makes them in turn want to say something good to someone else, and it's a ripple effect. And that's a whole nother video, I know, but just remember, be kind to yourself and be kind to other people and be honest with yourself, and life gets better, you know, one little day at a time. And those goals, you set them up like little bottles on the fence line and pick them off, you know, and you'll have a good feeling about yourself when you start doing that. And it will be a really empowering thing to recognize that maybe something you've been saying is your reason is really just an excuse. All right, you guys, that's enough for me. I'm going to go in and attack whatever plan Jamie just told me to do. Have a great day. I love you guys. I'll keep you posted on how it's going because we're running out of time. Bye.